In this episode, we got to see a continuation of the journey of Koby into becoming a Marine, a full-fledged Marine, as well as Helmeppo becoming the man that he wants to be, somebody that can be on par or even stronger than his dad. Once they get to the headquarters of the Navy, they realize that the training there is actually really, really intense and they have such a long way to go. In terms of strength, these two are probably some of the weakest characters we've seen in this series so far. But we see mentally in this episode, they're actually quite strong. They clearly both have a very strong conviction in what they want. Helmeppo wants to get back to the life that he used to have, back when his dad was the leader of that branch of the Navy and was feared by a bunch of people and he got to live in luxury. That's what he wants now. Obviously, not with the fear of his dad. He wants it through his own strength. He wants to become important enough to be able to live that sort of lifestyle and not be a chore boy and sort of like looked down upon. And Koby, of course, has the dream of wanting to become a Marine. That's been his dream forever, and that's something that he's working towards now. And we even see in this episode slight glimmers of Luffy's influence in Koby. The fact that when Vice Admiral Garp is challenging them to a fight, to sort of see if they're worthy of being in the Marines after he overhears a conversation of Koby being friends with Luffy. Of course, a pirate can't be friends with a Marine. They're two opposing views, basically. They end up having a fight. Helmeppo and Koby end up challenging Garp in order to sort of see their strength, essentially. And while they do get beaten up pretty badly, like it's not even close, Garp clearly sees something in them. They're determined and they have dreams and goals and they're willing to work towards it. Even if they're not strong physically, mentally, they have a lot of potential. And Garp sees that very quickly. He keeps reiterating that thing that he heard from Luffy about living for his dreams. And if he dies doing that, then he'll be happy. He keeps saying that. He even says to Garp that he's living to be a Marine, and if he dies trying to achieve that goal, he will be happy as long as he tries his hardest. And I just think there's something beautiful about that. You really see in this episode the influence of Luffy rubbing off on Koby and even Helmeppo to some extent. I think he's got a lot of influence from Koby, who of course got it from Luffy. So it's sort of like a chain effect of that Luffy's had in inspiring these two to become better and achieve their goals and their dreams and have them work even harder than they were. And I think there's something really beautiful about that because these two characters, they seem, at least when they were first introduced, quite insignificant. But now, they have this journey they want to go on. They have this path that they want to follow, have these dreams they want to achieve, and they're working hard towards it. And I think there's something really, amazing about that. I'd love for one day for Koby to meet up again with Luffy in a different circumstance when, Koby's progressed through the Marines and they get to meet each other. But it could be a really interesting situation if that ever does happen. Koby being in the Marines, if he ever does meet up with Luffy, he has a 30 million berry bounty on his head. Could be even more by the time they meet each other, who knows? So Koby's going to have to do his job at the end of the day. He's a Marine, that's his dream, that's his goal, that's his purpose. And although Luffy is his friend, it will be a complete conflict of interest. So they might end up having to fight. If that ever happens, it could be extremely interesting. Obviously, right now, Luffy versus Koby isn't even close. But if Koby keeps working and training and whatever else, maybe they can have a close fight one day. And that would be really interesting to see for sure. If Koby can sort of reach that sort of level, that would be insane. As well with Helmeppo, I hope he gets to meet Captain Morgan again someday, his dad, and confront him and see sort of what they're like after, Helmeppo goes through all this training with Garp and the Marines. There's a lot of potential for some interesting conflicts here, and I'm really excited about it. But besides all of that, something else interesting in this episode happened where the Straw Hat Pirates got a newspaper delivered to them, and Nami was reading through it, and she saw something that made her what looked like be a bit suspicious of Vivi, like she was looking at her a bit strange, like she had done something, she's discovered something, or maybe she's seen some news about Alabasta, which she's worried about telling Vivi. There's something there that I'm sure will get revealed soon enough, but she saw something which made her look concerned and look at Vivi, so there's going to be something there, I'm sure. But yeah, that was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I love it when they explore sort of side characters we haven't really seen before and go into more depth with their character and things like that. I think it makes the show feel so much more alive. The intricacy in which these characters are written is insane. Like, Oda is amazing at that. And I'm excited for the future of these characters. But for now, on to Little Garden. Let's do it.